inching closer to a Golden Globe victory. Dolly de Leon is the first Filipino actress to be nominated in this prestigious award-giving body. She's up for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Triangle of Sadness. What does it take to be a world-class acting talent? We're now joined by Dolly herself, right here on The Final Word.
Hi,
Dolly,
Nico.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're going to start your Christmas vacation dark and early.
Yes,
tomorrow morning.
5 a.m.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
making time for us.
I'm happy to be here.
How does it feel to be the first Filipino actress to be nominated in a supporting role at the Golden Globes?
I am so proud. I am really proud. And I feel like I have the entire nation behind me with this. Like, I don't feel like I'm the nominee. It's like the whole country's the nominee. So I'm excited, I'm proud, I'm overwhelmed.
And we hope that this is the start of something bigger.
Yeah, for everybody, for all our talents here. Because there are so many talented actors in the Philippines. So hopefully, tuloy-tuloy na, you know?
What will it really take to be able to get to that next level?
I really think we need to come up with better stories, you know, that's really more inclusive and that's very diverse in terms of the casting, you know. Stories that we haven't heard before,
Well, what is basically the standard storyline that we usually have here in the Philippines?
Love story between two young people. Di ba laging ganon?
Love triangle.
Oo, or separated at birth, mga ganyan.
Oo.
Di ba? Yung mga rags to riches, mahirap tas yayaman, mga, yun ang usual stories
And we
that
see
we have
that
here.
year after year after year.
Yes.
That plot, those storylines are always recycled.
Yeah, it's always the same
Not only in
thing.
one network, two networks, three networks.
Yeah, it's a formula, as they call it, a formula. So it's time to make new stories so that you also see new talent.
Like what kind of stories?
Maybe a family that's, you know, with coming from different walks of life, different ages, and having their own, you know, conflict within each other. Maybe we can talk about sexuality, about maybe you know, gender, the issues of gender, the issues of all these things, like things that people are afraid to talk about.
Well, we hope that these kinds of plots and storylines will be at the Metro Manila Film Festival. I mean, there are 8 entries. Let's hope we see more diversified and different plots in our films today and going forward. Tell us about your role of Abigail in the Triangle of Sadness. How did this all start? How did you get the role?
I auditioned for the role in 2018. So 4 years ago. Yeah, so I auditioned for it. They flew to the Philippines. I went there. I did the 3 scenes in the film. And after that, I got an email a month later that Ruben Ostlund, the director, wanted to meet me via Skype. So we met via Skype. And then later on, I found out that I got the part. And we started filming in 2020. So I waited 2 years. Yeah, and I waited 2 years before we started filming. So this has been a really long wait. You know, it's like talagang para siyang giving birth to a child talaga. The struggles and the waiting for it to happen.
How did you prepare for the role of Abigail?
Well, first, I started by working on the accent, really, because that's the medyo sensitive part about her.
Yes.
She lives in another country, but, you know, she works in a yacht, so that means she goes to port to port to port.
Yeah.
So her accent is a little bit complicated. So I sought the help of some Swedish ladies who are also in the cast, mga Pinoy, and they helped me with it, you know. That's really the main thing. And I was doing cardio every day for 30 minutes because I knew that Ruben would do a lot of takes in a day. So I had to be physically prepared.
And when did the filming finish?
It finished November of 2020. Yeah.
Oh, wow. In the middle of basically
The
pandemic. That was the height of Delta, the Delta variant.
Yes.
Tell us about Abigail. What do you like and dislike about Abigail's character?
What I like about Abigail is that she's strong, she's determined, no one can stop her, she's relentless, she's also adaptable.
The independent.
Yes, independent woman. She only has herself to be answerable for. She's also resilient. She can survive under any condition. But she's actually like a typical Pinay tita. You know how the Pinay titas are? They're very...
Tita Dolly.
Yeah, di ba? Yung
mga auntie.
Oo, ang lakas na dating nila. They're very strong and they're like yung parang sila yung leader ng family, hindi yung padre de pamilya, di
Is
ba?
that what you also dislike about her character?
No.
Masyadong malakas ang dating.
Hindi. No, I like, you know what? There's nothing I don't like about her. Yeah, I like everything about her, flaws, warts and all. I mean, yeah.
Which particular scene in the film did you particularly like and you will always remember that scene?
I will always...
When you accept the Golden Globe Award, this is the scene you're going to be talking about.
You know, the scene where Abigail distributes the food to the people on the island, that scene is very special to me. One is because that I auditioned. That's what I...
Those are the 3 scenes.
That was my audition piece.
Okay.
One of the 3 scenes. So that was it. 1. 2, that was my first time to work with the entire cast. So all of us were in that scene together. And I was working with Vicky Berlin. She's the woman who plays the stewardess in the yacht. And that was really a scene between the two of us. And for every time I watch a screening of that part, everyone claps and cheers whenever Abigail says those lines.
And what were those lines?
In the yacht, cleaning lady, here, Captain. Every time, they always laugh and cheer, pumapalakpak sila.
Would you say that Abigail is the role so far that you've had in your acting career?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of hard to top her. I mean, after doing her, it's like hard to... I've had a lot of really good roles rin naman in the past.
Well, tell what would be maybe your 1 or 2 favorite roles before Abigail?
I would say that my favorite role, 3. I have 3 favorite roles before playing Abigail. One is in Folklore. That's a horror series in HBO. And then the second one is The Kank Show. It's a series in WeTV. And then a third is Verdict, where I play a mom of an abusive husband. So Folklore was my...
challenging roles.
Yeah, very challenging, but also fun to do. That's why
not
other
your common
unforgettable.
type
Not
of
at
plots
all. Not
and
at
twists
all.
and characters, which we usually have here
very unique
in Filipino
stories.
teleseries.
Yes.
But of course, you're also doing a Filipino teleserye
I
right now.
am, but the one I'm doing now is really good. It's really good.
What is your character in this
My
new
character
Filipino teleserye?
is kind of the reason why the whole story goes into motion. I cannot reveal exactly who my character is kasi spoiler siya.
That's right. Spoiler
But,
alert.
yeah, but let's just say that she really gets the story rolling. Everything starts with her. So,
And now that you have received this Best Supporting Actress nomination, Golden Globes. Golden Globe. Has your mobile phone been ringing?
Yes.
Has it been buzzing?
It has.
Your international agent calling you?
Yes. My international agent, my Filipino manager, people who I've never met, usually artists, actors, young people, Gen Zers, messaging me, and I feel so honored that, you know, they find inspiration in what's happening now with me, and I love talking to them.
But if there is another project that you would accept after this teleserie that you're currently taping, would it be an international project or a local project?
Of course, I'm still very open to working here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I love working
Well,
here.
the Golden Globe nomination opens multiple doors.
Yes,
Dolly.
and I am starting filming in March in the States. So yeah, I'm doing a project there in March.
Can you tell us more about it?
Sure, I play the mean stepmom of Jason Schwartzman, who is the lead of the film. It's a film, it's a comedy, and we're shooting it in March. So,
Wow.
Yeah, na-excite ako doon.
How different is filming an international project vis-a-vis a local?
Very different.
Project.
Very, so many differences. One, they always start on time, they end on time, they never go overtime. If they do, they have to pay everybody. Okay, here we always
professional.
go... Very. And here we always go overtime. There is someone looking out for every aspect. Nothing is ever overlooked. And I heard from a friend that they also already use an app to be able to trace the continuity and things like that. It's very, and it's pantay-pantay. There are no hierarchies. There's no, of course, the director is the captain, right? Is the lead, but everyone is contributing and everyone is treated equally.
You've done numerous roles, dozens of films and TV projects. What would still be a dream role for a Dolly de Leon?
You know, I'm not really a kind of dream role an actor. I'm more of a dream director.
Would you like to be a director?
No, I mean,
Would you like to be a screenwriter?
I would love
Screenplay?
to be yes, I would love to be a writer. So my dream is to work with really good filmmakers, a great script, and fantastic actors. More of that than the dream role. So eventually, I want to write. I want to write for film. But direct, parang mahirap yun. Hindi ko kaya.
So what do you plan to do when you get to the States? Of course, you have the LA Film Critics Award,
Yeah,
right? And of
yes.
course, the Golden Globes. What would be the next step to that Oscar nomination? Is there a lot of campaigning that's taking place?
That's really why I'm going back to the States to continue with the campaigning because we want to be nominated for the Oscars.
Yes.
So, and we're going to find out by the end of January if we are nominated. If we're not, then
It's just like you already have one step inside the door, eh, no?
Sabi nga nila,
Yeah. Oh.
sabi nga nila, but we'll see. There's so many supporting actresses who are so talented. It's really,
I know.
It's
But I don't
such
really care about those other nominees. I only care about Dolly de Leon.
You're so kind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dolly, for
Thank you,
raising
Rico.
the Filipino flag. You are indeed the Filipino pride.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rico.
Dolly de Leon, Golden Globe nominated actress, supporting actress.